He meditates day and night. He is that man, the man who does such. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season. In season. And whose leaf does not wither. Whatever, my God, whatever he does prospers. Now I want to ask somebody out there on the line listening right now. I think there's one principle to get out of this whole thing is the word whatever. Whatever he does prospers. Whatever he does prospers. Whatever he does. I just can't work on this. This part is so beautiful. Whatever he does prospers. Not so with the wicked. Not so at all. The wicked, they're like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand. Now watch, you see the contrast already, right? One is planted, one is like chaff. One prospers, one will be blown away. You see the contrast already, right? Therefore, the wicked will not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. It's like water and oil cannot mix these things. For the Lord watches over, my God. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous. So in other words, the reason the righteous prosper and whatever he does is because, the last part said, because the Lord watches over the righteous. Almighty God, this is your word. These are your people. Speak to them. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. Well, you may be seated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Someone, I'm going to tell you something. This song was so good, so loaded, so juicy. I'm not even going to have time to go over the entire song with you. How sad, it's only 6 verses. I can summarize the entire thing and say, have a blessed day. But it is so good that I decided that we're just going to stay on the first 2 verses. Is that okay with you? The first 2 verses. We're just going to talk about the first 2 verses. Now, if you look at the first verse, it started with this word. And in some Bible, they put it in capital letters. Blessed. Right? Some version has the word happy. Happy is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. Interestingly enough, this presented a positive with a negative sense. Did you see that? This presented a positive with a negative sense. Blessed is the man. Now this word blessed, as mentioned earlier, some people translate it as happy. And then, I look at the original language, the word and the nuances and the hidden meaning behind the word blessed. Remember Jesus, the Sermon on the Mount, blessed are the peace speakers. Blessed are the poor in spirit, remember that, blessed. And some versions say happy are those happy. So I did a research. I look at the word happy. I'm like, would I be satisfied with the word happy? Happy, according to the lexicons and dictionary and word study, they say that happy is something that is based on luck. It's something that is based on fortune, good fortune. It's being in an advantageous position. It is based on happening. It's based on circumstances. Happy. So that means that because it is based on circumstances and someone who is holy. Now I like this. Why do I like this? It is because I know holiness is not something we can do on our own. Holiness does not depend on circumstances, conditions of life. Holiness depends on only one person, God and God alone. For he said, I am the God who will sanctify you. In other words, I am the God who will make you holy. So this word says in the Hebrew nuance, it says that it's someone who is consecrated, someone who is set aside, someone who is made holy. But I also learned something. Holiness is not something that is external. Oh my God, you're missing it. Holiness is not external. Holiness is not visible. Holiness is internal and invisible. It is the work of God inside the sinner. It is a transformation inside out. In other words, it is inside, it is invisible. Outside people may not be able to see it. They may not be able to understand it. They may not be able to explain it. Even you who's been holy may not even be able to understand it. But all you know, you say that I am his and he is my God. So holiness, blessed, is someone who's consecrated, someone who's set aside, someone who's made holy by God. In other words, this individual is blessed in good time and in bad time. He has food, he's blessed. You see him, you say, brother, I said, no, man, I am too blessed to be stressed. My God. You know, you see this man walking around like he owns a world, right? And you say, brother, why are you always so happy? He said, because I'm so blessed, I don't know what to do with myself. And you say, but brother, I thought your son was in the hospital the other day. Oh, I'm so blessed. My God is able. You know, you're like, hey, man, I thought you just lost your job. I'm so blessed. God will give me another job. So this blessedness is not dependent on what's going on the outside, but it depends on what's going on in the inside. Sometimes when you're so blessed, people look at you and you're expressing your situations of being blessed. People look at you as though you are crazy. How could you be so happy given the conditions you are living in? How can you be praising God, come in here, jumping up and down, how great is my God, sing with me, how great, and then you have a TPS which Donald Trump is taking away from you. People look at you and say, you're out of your mind. Out of your mind. How can you be praising when the home is divided? It's falling apart. How can you be so happy? Because this happiness incurs on our God. Because God is the one who's making you happy. So it's not being happy, but it's being blessed. You understand what I'm saying? It's not clear for you the difference between being happy and being blessed. Happiness is based on happenings of your life. But being blessed, happiness is based on what you are doing, your own activities. Happy with a Lexus. Happy with a brand new house, nice home. Happy with a dress you just bought. Happy with this nice girlfriend. Sir, I saw a young man, I'm not going to say who he is. And it says so-and-so had just added a new picture. Somebody in here. And then I look at the picture and I saw him sitting with a nice, beautiful young girl on his lap and his arm around her. And you see this big smile on his face. I mean, like from ear to ear. He's smiling, he's happy, she is happy. And then a bunch of people send a little love, this is love flashing through, you know, I love it. He's happy. And then some people say, that's nice, my brother, I see you happy. He's happy. This happiness is based on what's going on in his life right now. He has a beautiful girlfriend. She has a beautiful, a handsome, good-looking boyfriend. She is happy. Question, what will happen to him if she breaks up with him? Whoa, what just happened? happens, she sends him a letter, Brother Walby, say it's over. Now this happiness fades away and change into tears. Because this happiness was based on his own activity, her own activities. It was based on the temporal things. Things that will pass. Things that will fade. But the blessedness is based on God's activity. You just missed your chance to say hallelujah. This happiness is based, this blessedness is based on God's activities. Oh, Jesus. Watch this. This word occurs 45 times in the Bible. How many times I say? This word they translate as blessed or happy, 45 times in the Old Testament. Excuse me. 45 times in the Old Testament. And 41 out of 45, it is based on what God is doing. Let me take you there. I'm not going to read all of them because I don't have that kind of time. Blessed is the man whose transgression, you missed it. Blessed is the man whose transgressions are what? Forgiven. Who can forgive sin? He is blessed because his transgression is forgiven. Blessed is the man who Yahweh is his God. Are you with me on this? Nothing that we are doing to bring this blessedness into our lives, but it is everything that God is doing to bring this blessedness into our lives. Blessed is the man whose God, who Yahweh is his salvation. Salvation brings this blessedness. Forgiveness brings this blessedness. The assurance that the creator of heaven and earth is your God brings this blessedness. So in other words, there is nothing you can do. Nothing you can do to create this sense of blessedness inside of you. I must go on, sorry. Now, I must go on. Blessed is the man. I cannot go on and on, but forgiveness, trust in God, bring that kind of stuff. But while we're talking about this being blessed, there's a certain group who are not blessed. And if you're not blessed, what happened to you? You are cursed, right? There's no but anything about it. Either you are blessed or you are what? You are cursed. That's all. And this curse too is also an internal unrest in which you're not ever satisfied with anything. All right? You have $1 million, you want more. You want to buy the entire country, but yet you want more. Because you are unsatisfied because there's this void inside of you that money cannot fill it. Relationships cannot fill it. The goods, everything, your wealth cannot fill it because it's an emptiness. You are cursed. You are cursed. And so that's the two ways, okay? Now, I tell you about blessed. You see, blessed is the man who does not do what? Walk in the counsel of the wicked. By the way, this is what we call a gradual descent. Gradual descent. What that means is I'm gradually, eventually, taking a slow descent. All right? This goes for some people. I met a man the other day, explaining to me his story. He said, Pastor, I must admit, I'm a drunk. I can control it. But I wasn't always like that. I'm a very smart man, studied law. But he said what happened is one day I started as a social drinker. Every now and then I took a drink or sip. And all of a sudden, it develops into a habit. And now I'm a drunk. Pray for me because I don't know what to do. Alright? What happened to him? He took a gradual descent. Your version says, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, who does not. Blessed is the man who does not. This talks about in the present, is give you a sense of the present. Like right now, you stop working with wickedness. But in the original language, this one is more like a cal perfect, which is a perfect when you're taking a verb in the perfect sense. What does that mean? It means that action has been fulfilled already. So it says, blessed is the man who has not, meaning that the effect of that action is still felt in the present. And that's why a lot of versions translate it as does not. But it says, blessed is the man who has not walked in the counsel of the wicked. Is not walking in the counsel of the wicked. And now, this is something I'm telling to you. You didn't ask me about the title, but the title of my message is Guilty by Association. Guilty by association. Now, the gradual descent, this is how it happens. First, he said, those who are blessed, they do not walk. That's in the gradual ascension. They're going up. And because they're going up, gradually they do not walk, they do not sit, they do not, etc. But those who are descent, it's like it's those who walk with evil, walk alongside evil. Walk alongside evil. I like to demonstrate this. Anybody here in Pathfinders who know how to march? Come here. Those of you who know how to march. I need a few people. Come on. No Pathfinders. See people who do a little march about face, left, right, left, right, left. Give me something, man. Scott, come on, Scott. You love this stuff. All right. So I'm going to be your leader, okay? You watch me. This is how it starts. Scott, come on, man. I cannot just have one person here. It's not fair. Where are all the Pathfinders in here? I'm about to fire all of you. Come on now. And we have visitors here, guys. We have visitors. Represent. Amen. There you go. Come on now. Nothing serious, okay? So you guys remember your step, right? All right, let's start here, all right? So I want one person next to me. Ready? And then two behind me. We're going to formation. Come on. Two. Behind, two. Come on now. Behind. They're going to get it. You ready? You ready? All right, so this is it. Ready? All right, so we're going to start with the left foot first. Ready? All right, ready, set, go. Left, right. Left, right. March. 1, 2, 3. About face. Forward, march. Left, right. Now we're marching with evil right now. You understand what I'm saying? You see how we're all in step, right? We're all in step. I'm giving the command, but they're following my command. All right, watch this. March. See that? They follow the counsel right there. See that? About face. See that? About face. Forward. See that? We're marching. Left flank. This way. Yeah, see that? They're following their leader, right? You see, they're not giving command right now. Now they're walking with evil. Are you understand what I'm saying? So if I want to take them outside, guess where they're going? They're going outside because I'm their leader. I'm leading them, right? Now whatever I do, they do. Now turn around, go back to yours. So give them a big hand, please. So you start to understand this. So because the person who's leading you is evil. Now what's my God, the declension. You're going down slowly. The first step, Jesus said the first step to fall is this. You start to walk with evil. You understand what I'm saying? You're not practicing evil, but you're following evil. You understand what I'm saying? You know what they're doing is not right, but you're enjoying it so much, you're following them. You see what I'm saying? You're following them, and then wherever they go, they're like, left. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with it. I'm not even doing it, preacher. I'm just following, preacher. I'm just watching. In fact, it's entertaining. So entertaining, preacher. I enjoy. I'm just walking with them. And then the next step comes. Jesus said, and the Bible says you reach a point where the evil stop. Now, when they stop, now they ask you, they say, hey, what do you think about what we're doing? What's your opinion on that? Was it good? Yeah. So now you may not even participate in the conversation. But the fact that you stand, you're a bystander. You with me on that? You're a bystander. You listen to the conversation. Perhaps you let out a few laughter. That's funny. You stop and listen. It's taking root inside of you. It's going to transform you. First step, you walk with them. You're a follower, like big time follower. And then now they stop to have a conversation. Then you're a bystander. And then you laugh a little bit. He's so funny. He's so cool. He's wicked, but he's so cool. All right? Then the next step is, right, Neil? Say, now you sit with them. Oh, you just missed that. You see, your children doesn't go astray overnight. It's a gradual process. Gradual process. It's a little phone call every now and then, which becomes a phone call every day, which becomes a phone call until midnight. You see what I'm saying? It's a gradual. The more time you spend with the person, the more you realize his wickedness is not so bad. You just misunderstand him. Take some time to get to know him. You will see that, mommy, daddy, he's just the perfect guy for me. Because you spend time around him, all of a sudden, you find reasons to justify his wickedness. Now, not only you walking and listening, now you sit with the person. You are eating the same food. You are going to the same party. You have the same interests now. You like the same thing. Oh, I didn't know we have such and such in common. Look at that. My God. You like blue too? Oh, my God. I love blue. By the way, let me tell you something. Madame Wabala. Sheula. Sula levement. Hey, il est baptiste. Il est baptiste. Là, on coule là, jeune garçon. Et gars, ma bonne tip. Bon jeune chant. When you're young man, all right? And then you see this lady, you like her, you want to go talk to her, right? One of the key is to find out, her favorite color. So I'm watching my wife when she was in the church. I'm observing, see what color she likes to wear often. And so I'm observing. And one day, in a conversation, and I know this one color she's wearing, more frequent. And I said, my favorite color, oh man, I don't want to give it away. My favorite color is such and such. And she said, yeah, me too. I said, praise God. So now we can talk about favorite color. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now favorite color started to, what is your favorite activity? What do you like? That led to, what kind of man would you like to be with? You don't understand. So all the meanwhile, I'm shaping my way to be that person which she desires to be with. So what's my escape, preacher? How do I get away from this trap, this gradual descent? Bible is clear. Stay away from it. Well, you're not going to say amen. Stay away from evil. Stay away. Are you with me? Stay away. Do not sit with them. Do not walk with them. Do not stand with them. Do not talk with them. Stay away from evil. Stay away. They're going to change you. You're going to find reason to justify it. And so what am I saying to you? 3 groups of people God said I will destroy. 3 groups of people God said I will destroy, and we'll end it right here. Watch this. Watch this. Number 1, God say wicked. Wicked, let me explain to you who are they. Wicked are people who were judged and found guilty. Okay? Wicked according to the Bible, I'm not going to give you all the passages. Wicked are people who were judged and found guilty. And they are what we call career criminals. Even if they have not been caught yet. But in the eyes of God, they have been found guilty. All right? They're career criminals. It doesn't matter how you commit the crime. It doesn't matter if you work for the bank and every now and then you took a 0, you turn it into a 9. It doesn't matter how you do the wrong. It's wicked. It's evil. And you are found guilty by the court of man or by the court of God. Guilty. Guilty. So what am I telling you? In the church, you come in the church, you're a church of the living God, and then you know someone who has a bad reputation. You know what they do. You know, like you got young people, these young men. You heard about them. Their reputation precedes them. You know who they are. Stay away from them. Guilty. Now they may be out there free doing what they do, but in the eyes of God, guilty. Therefore, if you associate yourself with this kind of people, you too are guilty. By what? By association. Second group of people, sinners. Sinners. Sinners are people who have some infallibilities. People have the inclination to sin. Now, sometimes, I have a when I was in high school, I have this friend. I'm not going to say his name. He might be watching. I don't know. And I don't want him to call me because sometimes he has a little temper. I don't want him to call me and say, Pastor, I'm coming to see you. But he in high school, I had several friends in high school, so it's not going to be bad. So in high school, this guy, he was training me to do something wicked. We had, when we go to stores, grocery stores, or JCPenney, whatever store we go to, he has a way of removing the price tag. Sometimes he would rotate the price tag. Like removing one that is $200 and then put one that is $100 and then go scan it and you pay less. He said there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong. You're not stealing it. You're just paying less for it. These people, they're evil. They charge us too much anyway. All right? I said, preacher, I'm not going to do this, my brother. This is bad. And my parents would actually kill me if they ever heard I would be doing something. I even be around that guy. Now, he discovered that a strategy. Sometimes you go there, the people kind of look at it and say, you sure this is the price tag? You sure? You sure? Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Straight face. Straight face. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then he also told me something I'm going to share with you. And then he had a way of scratching, you know, the barcode scanner. He has a way of bringing a pen or something, scratch. Don't do that stuff, by the way. This is stuff not to do. Not, if you're watching me at home, don't practice this at home. So he would mess up the tag. And by messing up the tag, sometimes they cannot scan it. And which way he would negotiate and say, hey, now you cannot scan it, call the manager or something, and they come back, they give him a discount price because the tag is messed up. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Messed up stuff. Then he told me another trick. He would never go to a lane, a checkout lane, where there is a male. Why not? Say that again. Because, yes, he said, listen, man, with a male, you cannot get away with it. You know, they're going to look at you, they're going to say, put it back or something. And there's nothing you can say to loosen them up. You cannot make him smile. I said, oh, yeah, what's the trick? He said, watch this. Goes to the cashier. And he put it down, and then the young lady at the cashier, oh, my God, you have the most beautiful smile I have ever seen on planet Earth. I swear to you, I would marry you right now. Oh, thank you. You really think so? My God. My God. And so he would say something like that. He said he works every time with female. So I'm telling you, young ladies, don't fall for that stuff. It's a lie. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. So he said, when you give them a compliment with ladies, as soon as you give them a compliment, they forget all about what they're doing. By the way, by the way, I want to say that to you. It's in the Bible. Every time you give a woman a compliment, you actually increase their days. Because women was made to hear this kind of stuff. So tell them they're beautiful. They're beautiful. Thank you, no share. So, the way of the wicked, they have a way of leading you. Don't follow that. So that guy, my friend, he has that tendency to do that. And by the way, do you know, this little habit of going to the store and doing this kind of stuff developed into a bigger habit. He ended up stealing bicycles. Now he's walking around, he sees a bicycle, he's looking at his next thing you know, he's stealing bicycles. He stole a lot of bicycles in his days, I know of. Stole a lot of bicycles. One time he actually did something that was horrible. There was a drug deal going down somewhere. He knows about it. He collected a group of guys. They went and stole both the drugs and the money. Now, if there's anything you guys don't know about that, one thing you don't do, steal from this kind of people. So for years, he was in hiding because those people he stole from say, we're going to get rid of you, my friend. So wicked. And I'm about to close. Markers, the third group. First group, wicked. People who are found guilty by men or by God. The guy I just explained to you who does it, but he has not been caught yet. Okay? Guilty by God. A marker. A marker is someone who's belittling you. Have you ever heard people say, oh, you're a Seventh-day Adventist? Hey. They're belittling your faith. They're markers. Just because you're a little different, they make fun of you. They're markers. Just because you have an accent like myself, man, I suffer so much over here when I first got here. So much. Markers. Because I have an accent. Markers. They laugh at you. They make fun of you. Because you are different. But guess what? Stay away from the markers. By the way, there was this shooting that happened in Texas, in Houston. By Houston, I forgot the little city. You know what the young man, there was an interview with his father. You know what the father said? In school, actually, two of the people he shot, which he shouldn't have done. That's wrong. It's wicked. Anyway, they say that because those individuals were making fun of him. One of them was a girl he was talking to, and she was belittling him. And so those people were laughing when some people used to laugh when they used to make fun of him. And so that hurt. He was hurt in the inside. And so he went back and said, the one who was to mark him and those who laugh at the marking, they all will go down. Let me tell you something. Don't take part in this kind of stuff. Stay away from markers. Stay away from markers. Marking people is wicked. And then here is the closing part. And God said, be delighted in the law of the Lord. Those who are blessed are people who delight in the law of God. By the way, do you know people who make fun of other people is because they have it's not really for other people they're making fun of themselves. Usually it's because they have this void in the inside. You see what I'm saying? Really, you're not the butt of the joke. They are the butt of the joke. But they have they're not comfortable with this. So by the way, do you know Robin Williams? How many of you know Robin Williams? Come on now, some of you. Come on, raise your hand. Don't be ashamed. Do you know, you heard of Robin Williams? He's a comedian, right? He has like a Good Morning Vietnam and Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm not doing a promotion for movies, by the way, not a promotion for movies. But I know some of you watch it anyway, so let me talk about it, right? Robin Williams was a very funny guy. He goes around and make people laugh. What happened to him? His happiness was dependent on happenings. What happened to him? He was not happy in the inside. There was no happiness inside. The man was broken. The man was dying. But people thought he was a happy guy. He's a funny guy. And then one day they woke up. They found him in a hotel room with a rope around his neck. He popped it. He broke it. Why? He gave up on life. The man who was going around making people laugh. The man who was going around looking like a happy guy. A guy who was satisfied with the world. He didn't have it. He didn't have it. How can you avoid such a life? How can you avoid such an end? And Walby prepared a song for us. Where is Walby, by the way? Walby? All right, Walby, you prepare a song for us wherever you are. We're going to sing a song. And if you're not here, we got the Shekinah team. With Shekinah, right? Say it again. Manaim. So we have the Manaim team here. Think about this song, my brothers. I'm going to make an appeal. So here's the deal. If you don't have God in your life, you lack everything. You cannot be content with this world because you're not blessed. You need the blessedness of God. You need the blessedness of God. And so how do you get it? God said you delight in the Torah. Delight in the Torah, the law of Yahweh, and meditate quickly. The word delight in. Ooh, I got to give you this before I go. The word delight in the Torah. Delight in the Torah. Today I'm going to do some little legal stuff with you, okay? When somebody says delight in the law, the difference between meditate on the law and delight in the law, have you ever heard of the difference between the spirit of the law and the letter of the law? Yeah. Some people not study law here. The spirit of the law is that you're trying to live in accordance to the intent of the authors of the law. All right? And you're trying to make people live by it. The Pharisees did that. Jesus came and he changed that. So when you delight in the law, meaning you live in accordance to the spirit of the law. When you meditate on the law, it means that you live in accordance to reading the law, so you can live according to the spirit of the law. Jesus said, you have heard they said, you shall not commit adultery. That's the letter of the law. But Jesus said, I say to you, whoever looks at a woman with envy had already committed adultery with her in his mind. That's the spirit of the law. So some of you are living by the letter of the law. They call these people legalists. Everything is by the letter. Oh, it is written. True, it is written. But what is the spirit of the law? They come to the woman they caught in adultery. They say, Jesus, Moses said we should stone her. Jesus said, that's the letter of the law. But the spirit of the law says, go, I forgive you, and sin no more. That's the spirit of the law. So God wants his children to do what? To not only meditate on the letter of the law, meaning you must know what the law says, but he wants you to live the spirit of the law, meaning be compassionate. Because the law was designed to prevent you and I from hurting other people. The law was designed to prevent me from hurting you and you from hurting me. So you don't steal my wife. I don't steal yours. I respect your child. You see, respect mine. I look at your car. I say, it's a nice Lexus. But God gave me a little Corolla 1996. I love it. That's the law. In our culture in Haiti, just because you can buy a Lexus, this genius cannot buy a Lexus. Guess what he does? He kills you. For what? He kills you, yet he cannot even have the Lexus. How shameful is that? The law was designed to protect me, to protect you. So the letter of the law says, don't steal. All right. The letter of the law, stone them. But the spirit of the law say, there is grace. Grace, grace, marvelous grace. You know what I'm talking about? There is grace. That's the spirit of the law. So what I want you to do as you go, this is my appeal. Make this commitment today. That you're going to be a blessed person. Blessed men and women. Blessed family. We're going to live in accordance to God's law. You're going to read the Bible to know what thus saith the Lord. But you're also going to practice the spirit of the law. Because behind the law of God is love. Behind the law of God is the love of God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. He should have destroyed us, but he didn't do it. That whosoever believe in him shall not perish. That means that the letter of the law say all sinners must die. But the spirit of the law say, I'm going to kill my son so you may live. The letter of the law say your neighbor, your brother is those who are same blood with you. Your brother are those who are Seventh-day Adventists. But the spirit of the law says all of God's children are your brothers, your sisters, and your neighbors. That's the spirit of the law. So which one are you? Are you one of those who are going to be like the wicked, who's not going to practice the law of God the way he asked you to do it? You're going to sit with markers. You're going to sit with people making fun. People are talking bad about leadership, pastors this, elders this. Their church is bad. Their church is going here, blah, 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 blah. They never have anything positive to say about anything. They're always negative, complaining about everything that is going on. They are markers. They're wicked. They don't want you to progress. They don't have something negative. You want to improve, they say, you could never make it. They're wicked. Wicked. They too will be judged. But blessed are those who meditate on the law. Blessed are the people who delight in the Torah. That's why I say bring this with you every time. Blessed are the people, when they're confused, they read it. When they need answers, they seek it right here. When they need to talk to God, they get on their knees. When people are belittling them, they call upon God. You cannot be a child of the great God of the universe for you to allow human beings to put you down. Delight in the law, the spirit of the law, which is love and compassion. Meditate on the letters so you know it, that way you can practice it. Blessed is that individual. Blessed is that individual. Blessed is that individual. Nothing in the outside world can affect you or infect you, because you are planted on God. May God bless you. May God help you with this journey to be blessed by God. May God help you with this journey to meditate, to delight, and to give God as your God. Wobby, what you have? Which song do you have?
The song that you were singing.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Wobby's going to sing for us, and I'm going to ask you to stand up. And as we finish stand up, I'm going to ask you to make this commitment in your heart, asking God to help you to follow his instructions, his Torah, his law, his guidance, his counsels, and not to receive counsel of wicked individuals. And that's when you will become a blessing.
Be a Christian in my